So, this is Alone in the World. This is by Grimlock RRC, 67.85 megabyte on the download. And if you've ever fancied owning your own island, yeah, this could be right up your street. Now, we'll get started with some required mods. The Lizard 6205 pack by Grimlock RRC and the Country House, also by Grimlock RRC, are the two required mods. So, not that many in the grander scheme of things. Now, obviously, we're going to talk about the slot count when we get up to the main, I'm going to call it start farm because it is quite applicable. So, we'll get cracking with the map tour itself. So, you start the map. And this is the map. This is your own island, or potentially your own island anyway. Now, on Farm Manager and Start From Scratch, you don't own any land. On New Farmer, you own Area 2, which is a tidy bit to get started with. Now, the areas themselves, that's 144 grand. I mean, 137, they're not that bad. Not that bad at all. But what I will say is, you need to do a little bit of work. Yeah, it's a Start From Scratch map. We'll see when we get up to the farm. So you start all three game modes right down by the docks, which is where everything's going to be. So first off, well, we'll hop over that barrier because it's not going to open for me because I haven't got a vehicle. So we'll carry on down here and we've got our first sale point right at the end. I mean, you could come down here, you know, when you're taking a bit of time off, do a bit of fishing. Why not? Why not indeed? So here's your sale point down here. So this one, we'll zoom in a little. There we are. That's going to be called Export. Sort of gives it away, really. And I like this here. In this little trailer. Oh, there's something in there that I've just seen. No. In this container here. It's an old Deutz-Fahr tractor. Oh, fair enough. There is collectibles on this map. Little gold nuggets. And here's your first one. So we'll collect that. 100 grand. Oh, 100 grand for a gold nugget. Fair enough. Why not? So we'll carry on up here. And it's all right, to be fair. You know, if you don't like the Start From Scratch things, yeah, it's not going to be up your street. But if you do, yeah, and you fancy your own island as well, you know, why not go for it? So first up, on the left-hand side, we've got an animal dealer and bale sale point. So bale sale point is just there. Animal dealer is just there. Obviously, there is no pens on the map, so you will need to place them down first. But once you do, you're laughing. Over here, we'll click on that. There we are. So that's your main vehicle workshop. Obviously, pull your vehicle into the hatch marking area. Then we'll come around here. And up the steps is going to be your main vehicle shop. And then here, we've got hatch marking area. Recyclage des déchets de la ferme. Yeah, recycling point. All right, fair enough. So, vehicle shop? No. Can you sell stuff down here? That's interesting. Interesting indeed. Now, obviously, you've got a bit of junk knocking around the side. And then around here is going to be another sale point for you. So this one's called Magazine. And then we'll come up the little track, round to the back here. And there's going to be, let's face it, a biomass heating plant. So load your stuff in and then sell your wood there as well. And just click on that. There we are. Biogas plant. As the name would suggest, you bring all your stuff in, turns it into heat, you get paid for it. No problem. I'm interested in that. That indeed. Recycling centre. Alright, fair enough. Right, we'll come up to the only other area which is going to be your start farm. So obviously, if you come on New Farm, this is going to be your start farm. The sleep trigger is still here. There's a couple of things that isn't. Now, you haven't got the silo, which is just here, loading the loadout. And you haven't got this shed. And it's going to look a little like this. Which is interesting because the building is not there, but all the junk inside is. Ah, fair enough. That being said, I'm not sure whether you can... Can you pick up the stuff and take it to that recycling? Oh, hold on a minute. Right, let me take this down to that recycling centre. See if that's what you actually got to do with it. Right, so here we are, moment of truth. So we've got this dodgy old broken fan. Can we sell it here at the recycling centre? Drop the object. It goes in there. No, it's not giving us any money. Let's face it. Well, maybe that's not the recycling centre then. Oh, it is. There we are. What did we get for it? When you come up to it, you got the Retour des déchets. I don't know French anyway. That's what it sounds like anyway. Didn't get no money, but we did get rid of it. Oh, get rid of your junk. That's all right. That's a nice little touch, that is. Right, back to the start farm then. So, as we were saying before we got sidetracked for a bit of junk, that's your silo. There's your harvester, which is all right, I must admit. And then obviously we've got a bit more equipment in here. So the equipment that you do actually start with on the small tractors, on all 3 game modes, mind you, is going to be the Lizard 130 automatic. On the harvesters, the Rostelmash Nova 330. On the trailers, the Welga DK 115. On the headers, the Rostelmash Powerstream 500. On the plows, the Pottinger Servo 25. On the seeders, the Nordstein HK25 plus NS 3030, and then await the Class W900. So back to the slots mentioned earlier on. If you're on Farm Manager Start from scratch, you're going to use 668 slots. If you come on New Farmer, you're going to use 677. Now, obviously, the difference is going to be the buildings that are not here, so fair enough. Now, obviously, that's small equipment. Right, it is small equipment, but it's something to get you started. You're not going to be starting the game with a ton of stuff. That's the whole idea of this situation. And then we'll come around this side. Look at a derelict old building. I mean, you've got the windows boarded up. It is one of those sort of things where you've landed on the island and you've got to make the most of it. Oh, fair enough. So you got your sleep trigger by the front door. You got your wardrobe trigger on the actual patio. Although, to be fair, you're on an island on your own. So does it matter if you're getting your trousers off in the middle of the garden? Oh dear, but apart from that, that's it. That is it indeed. Now we'll go into the old construction menu and have a little flyover, because apart from that, you got to plough out your own way. There's a bit of forestry to be getting on with. There's some few trees knocking around as well. You got this little lake down here with a little pontoon to do a bit of fishing. It's got a little dinghy on the side as well, so that's all right. So you could do anything that you like. Now, if you're a fan of these start from scratch maps, yeah, this could be right up the street. Some people like a bit of village. I mean, I do like a map that's got a nice village feel to it, but also, this is not flat. There is a bit of up and down, so you're not going to be able to just breeze through it either. You have to take your time, plan it out. Oh, that is all right. So that's your map tour done for you. Why not go treat yourself to some Andy's Farm merch? Link in the description below. And whilst you're down there, why not hit the join button? Come join us on Andy's Farm. And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. It's much appreciated. But for me, that's it for today. And I'll see you in the next one.